It's Thursday for one more time for 2025A, and you know what that means. It is IndyCar night on ERN. Hello again, everybody. I'm Gary Gatso, and welcome to Championship Thursday. That is round 12 of the Elite Racing League's premier series, the Warriors for Peace IndyCar Championship, as we come to you from World Wide Technology Raceway for the 11th running of the F5 Challenge 500. Joining me in the booth, as always, all season long for the final time this season. Looking forward to next season already is Luis Gonzalez Nunez. Luis, welcome to Gateway. Good to have you here. And, well, we got ourselves a bit of an interesting race just ahead of us with about a minute 48 left here in qualifying. As of the last 24 hours, everything kind of got stood on its head.
Yeah, it's for sure. Everything is kind of related with the race today. So double points today. Pinheiro have a really big chance to have the third-time champion here in ERN. Because yesterday in the Cup Series, last race in there, Tyler Forty have a penalty for forcing the yellow flag in the 5 laps to go in the race, in the championship race yesterday for ERN. And he got suspended for 3 weeks, started from the next season B. So unfortunately it's not going to be today, but we're going to have a Stanley and Shed could be, why not, be on front, and also Clendy, and also Forsyth, and also Norgard to battle for the third place in the podium. I know I'm going to say Stanley is secure to get the second, but it's like has happened last year when in the last maybe in the first 10 laps he had a contact in the wall 2 times, and then he went out to the race, so he towed and he finished second even with that problem. So who knows what's going to happen? It's a long race. It's 260 laps today.
Oof, yes.
It's going to be really excited to see if it's Pinheiro playing the third time, or maybe disaster in the first lap.
Well, as we head into the finale, just 2 drivers remain, as you mentioned, mathematically eligible to win the 2025 Elite Racing League Warriors for Peace IndyCar Series title. It is Pinheiro. It is Stanley. Pinheiro has 443 points. He controls his destiny. Here are the points. We will bring them up on the screen here as we are getting ready to line up and go racing. Qualifying is done. Adriano controls his own destiny. He will clinch the championship tonight by scoring at least 42 points. That means we think a finish of 7th place or better with no bonus points, as low as 10th if he picks up at least 2 bonus points along the way. If Adriano finishes 6th or higher, the title is his no matter what Ethan does tonight. For Ethan, it's all or nothing. He needs to have a perfect race. He needs to win plus all 8 bonus points for a total of 108. That gives him 484 points. But even then, he still needs help. Adriano must score 41 points or fewer. That means Pinheiro would need to finish 9th or worse without bonus, or 10th or worse without a single bonus point. Stanley's path is very narrow, but it's still alive. As for the rest of the field, Tyler Fode was the only other driver with a mathematical chance entering the finale, but due to the suspension for an infraction, he will not race tonight, as officially eliminated from championship contention. So tonight, 2 drivers, 1 race, 1 champion. The checkered flag will settle it all right here at Gateway. Let's get into tonight's starting lineup. From the F5 Challenge 500K here at Gateway, World Wide Technology Raceway. And on the pole and getting those critical points is Adriano Pinheiro. And right next to him is Seb Alexander. And there we go. Frankenfeld is 3rd. Clendy is 4th. Let's get the points off the screen there. There we go. Everyone got a good look at those. Forsyth is 5th. Blauman, and a good start this season, is 6th. Wood and Wagner, all dubs on row 4. Row 5 is Barrera and Aldrich. Herrick and Albrecht, Norgard and Watson, Kidda and Schold Stanley back in row 9. Nixon right next to him, and Fazaro. Rafi going to be starting tail end for the field with his idol and mentor starting P1. So Brazilians are going to bracket the field today, 1st and 20th. Only 20 cars showing up tonight.
Oh, I think so. You know, mention Matthew Weeks is in the last in the back in grade also.
Okay. Here are the rookie points, by the way. Glindy looking to clinch. Wood still in contention. Richie Hearn not in tonight's lineup. Kidda might jump Hearn depending on how he finishes. And Watson 5th. Pocock, Ingrave, Aldrich, Morera, Albrecht. And we are rolling now for our pace lap.
So Stanley started 17 because in the second lap he hit the wall on turn 2. So normally when they update all of this about the tire stuff, always the first lap is the best one. Also, you have to at least count it. But some people do it the second lap. I don't know how to do it, but that's the thing. So, but yeah, that's kind of challenge for Stanley to start it from back and maybe make a good strategy of it.
Long race tonight, one of our longest races of the season outside of the 500 milers. Coming to the green flag, final race of the season. Do we crown a 3-time champion? Do we crown a first-time champion? We will find out at the completion of 260 laps. Green flag in the air. We are racing at Gateway for the finale, and the top 4 they are not allowing anybody to escape. They're all 1, 2, 3, 4 in the 1, in the 2. Oh, and Pinero got up, almost had Chad underneath him. Here comes Glindy.
Man, Norgan, I see Norgan and Henrik and 3 wide on turn 1 and all secure, and Henry little loose, all good for Henry.
Oh, Clindy
Like
might have actually hit the wall. In fact, he is getting passed by Andrew Wood.
Oh, he kiss. Yeah, oof, that's a very hard. That's a long kiss on the wall.
And joining him in the in that livery just behind Clindy in the colored car and the rainbow colored car. That is Brian Blauman. That is an old livery of Danny Ungaius. That's going to be his regular paint that he's going to be racing. So hats off to honoring the Flying Hawaiian. Pinero up front getting the purple lap. Very early stages, lap 4 now of this race. Here's Chris Albrecht, our fastest rookie at the 500, taking a shot to the inside of Victor Aldrich. Right in front of him is Matty Wags and one of those Forsyth Index livery throwback liveries. Saw Paul Tracy, Patrick Carpentier, and a livery like that, very similar. Still Albrecht, Aldrich, still battling out down the backstretch. Right behind them is Jim Herrick into 3 and 4. Meanwhile, up front, out your leader as Pinero by 1.1 second over Seb Alexander. And Frankenfeld is 3rd. Forsyth is 4th. Andrew Wood 5th. Stanley up 5 spots, and he's going to try to take. He was thinking about taking a 3 wide.
Don't do it.
Don't do it, not yet. At this point, he has nothing to lose. He needs to really he just needs to full send it. Fortunately, Aldrich is kind of going to get shuffled out of the lineup there, as the high line off of 2 is the preferred line.
Oh, Glendy lose 4 position. Oof, he hit the wall a little bit again, or maybe net call was that, but he's losing time.
Herrick up into the wall in 2. Here comes Albrecht. Clindy crosses him up.
Oh, they don't have a power. Look at that. He's loose. And it's coming Stanley on high. Oof. You know what is more frustrated is we are in lap. Oh my God, lap 9. Sorry, and your car is not working. And you still have a
I think Clindy's damaged. I mean that was too easy by Ethan.
Well, for the inside it's not too easy, but the car is really have a little bit maybe aero damage. Don't running properly.
Yeah, he's just getting them on the straight here. Now, Clindy's in the draft of Albrecht in front of him, so he'll be able to pull him down the straight. But as you watch him down the front straight here, here comes Stanley getting the roll, getting the rotation on the bottom side of the racetrack. Now he's up in the draft. Now he pulls out down the backstretch. Clindy stays out wide, and Stanley completes the pass. That's Scholl to the inside of Clindy.
Yeah, that's unfortunate because he's battled for the Rookie of the Year, and for now is because double points. Wood is taking the advantage on the championship in there.
Yeah, Wood actually might, depending on how we shake this out mathematically, because it is double points up and down the board, Wood might actually jump him in that championship. So we will see. Again, though, calling Clindy or Wood Rookie of the Year is, kind of calling calling Juan Montoya a rookie winner of the Indy 500. Not very accurate.
Yeah, actually, it's not Clindy a rookie because he already won. Sorry.
No, he's your reigning and defending ISRA champion. He's your reigning and defending Votive Series champion. He's your reigning and defending Horizon Series champion, and he's your reigning. Now he's currently not quite, but he's the leader in the clubhouse for the IndyCar Oval Series in the official ranks of iRacing. We'll find that out as the week closes out on Monday. But he is the leader in the clubhouse.
He really secured that with 125 against Pinheiro in second place in the Fixed Series. So in the Oval Fixed Series, it's not Fixed Series. So I already checked the strength of field and all these couple of days. It's not really big ones.
Out in front is your points leader, Adriano Pinheiro, leader by 2.8 seconds over Seb Alexander and Chad Frankenfeld. And not much racing is going out on the racetrack, but we do want to thank our Pole Award sponsor. The Pole Award goes to Adriano Pinheiro. The Elite Racing League's Pole Award is sponsored by 4D Racewear. Check out their made-for sim racing line of gloves, shoes, and apparel. Visit them today at 4dracewear.com or click on the link in the description.
So he is the 7th of 12. Pinheiro pole of this season. The other one is Trey Stanley, one is Hunter Smith, and one Shaq in Milwaukee last week.
And Chad dominated that race very early last week and then ran into troubles in that second half. Here is Pinheiro. Today's 11th annual, or the 11th running actually, of the World Wide Technology at Gateway 500 is proudly sponsored by F5 Challenge. This is a nonprofit organization that enriches lives through face-to-face fellowship and exciting adventures, challenges, and a faith-driven environment. Their mission is built on the 5 F's: faith, fellowship, fitness, fortitude, and fun. F5 Challenge inspires people to lead active, connected, and purpose-filled lives. To learn more or to get involved by visiting their website or follow them on social media, all the links you need are in the description. I want to thank the guys at F5 for sponsoring a number of our races this season and continue sponsorship in the next season. So thank you very much for that. And they are the sponsors of the finale here at World Wide Technology Raceway at Gateway. If you're just joining us, that is what you're tuning in for, the finale here at World Wide Technology Raceway. And if I can get my scripts to come up, that would be awesome. If you enjoy ERN's coverage of the Elite Racing League's Warriors for Peace IndyCar Series and respect the stream, please do us a solid. Make sure you support us by subscribing. And while you're at it, don't forget to smash like and click the bell so you'll miss out on future ERN broadcasts.
Good battle on Albrecht, Scholl, Henrik make the pass on turn 3, and Norgard over there too. Oh, be careful with the inside. If you little bit touch that inside in turn 3, like Henry did, could be make a lose the car in the.
Albrecht gets shuffled all the way up to the top. That allows Norgard on by. Norgard looking like a top 10 finish for him in the points. This has been a pretty good season for him. One podium finish. That racecraft is improving. I'm sure he's looking forward to next season. Back up front. Blauman and Wood getting very close. And you see the Interscope Racing livery. Brian Blauman, driven a number of years by the Flying Hawaiian, Danny Hungaius. His last IndyCar race was the 96 Indy 500.
So, I think about him, Blauman, sorry. It's like, I have more momentum than Andrew Wood. I have the best track around on him. I already have the momentum to going on the front and pass him and going fifth. And then you have the reality when you have Andrew Wood with good strategy on pits, because I have experience in this. I already saw it myself in Lionheart when the Indy 500 in the Speedway Series. I have a good strategy on him, and then he passed me, and he won the race actually. And then you think you have a good momentum on that, but no, the experience make the difference. So if you think maybe
Blauman.
Albrecht could be out of the race because they don't have the momentum in there. Nope, it's always count about the strategy, how you come into the pit, how you break in your zone, how is everything count in pit. Especially now we have this field. For sure, it's gonna be maybe a green flag or maybe one yellow flag in half, in between the half a race to go. So this is the interesting about this race. It's not about the people running around. It's just a strategy on pits and how you comment, because here, like at Miami, it's really difficult to come into the pit because it's you have to brake, you have to put your adjustment in neutral, and just come into the pit and don't mess the entry.
Riding with Matthew Weeks, who did start the race, I believe, from pit road. He has now caught the tail end of the field, and he is reeling in James Watson. He just passed Kidda. He's in 17th spot. He has now reached Watson. This is a whole train of people from Albrecht, Aldrich, Watson, Weeks, Nixon, Kidda, all in a line. Oh, Nixon sends it. I think he surprised Weeks a little bit.
Wow, that's a big stand. I think so. Weeks. Maybe slow down because Watson on front is a little slow. I didn't want to maybe have a big trouble over there, but big center at the back.
Well, these guys got to get going because, Nixon sends it again and pulls off a very similar pass. And that time passes Watson. Now they pass Albrecht. Watson thinking about taking a 3 wide. Weeks wisely just stays in line and follows through.
I told you last week, the people on road course, they have a good momentum in this kind of track because in 1 and 2, you have to use a little bit of brake, depend the situation. And I think Nixon used brakes to make all that passes. Great success, 2 passes in the same corner.
And they are not too far down the road as we're watching from our leader. There you see that whole group of cars going into turn 3 as he's coming off of turn 2. So the leader is running them down. They're just about 4 seconds in front of him. Now as he completes his lap, they're going to be like 3.5 seconds in front of him. So he is running them down. Right now, Pinero, with the clean traffic and the clean air, is really putting down some massive lap times at the moment. He's led every single lap so far. No cautions to this point. Hopefully I did not jinx the field. Your leader is Pinero. We're watching him right now, looking to clinch out back-to-back championships and get his 3rd championship overall to join the ranks of Alex Vandesan as a 3-time winner here in the Elite Racing League. 3-time champion in the Elite Racing League.
Nixon. Oh, what a net code. Wow. That's a huge net code, and in the wall, the wheel went off, and the wheel come back again. Oh, we have an incident. Norgan in the wall in turn 2, and it's not yellow.
He's still rolling. He's still rolling now.
Oh, net code is same too. Yeah, big net code also too. Oof. Thank God Getaway is out for the next season, and they're gonna bring the new one.
Here are your weather conditions. This is one of my little pet peeves right here. For whatever reason, this track always comes up as no name on my current conditions box. It has a known bug. But the track temperature, very comfortable, 82 degrees. Ambient temperature, also very comfortable, 75 degrees. So I don't think heat is going to be much of a deciding factor on how these tires wear.
It's very really low, the temperature here in this track. And Norgard is going down, really down. It's gonna be tough for him. Try to hold it for 200 laps.
And we got 220 more laps still to go here tonight, folks.
And that's because netcode is not because of race deal or something like that.
As mentioned, Adriano has had a number of poles. This is the 7th pole this season out of 12 races. His record from starting on the pole to winning, started on the pole and won at Chicagoland. but started on the pole and won at Atlanta. But that's the only times this season that he's started from the pole and won. Every other time, it's been another winner. Started on the pole.
Nixon hit the ball again. He tried to pass Clendy, sorry.
There we go. We'll watch that battle. Pinheiro started on the pole in the opener at Kentucky. Tyler Fode won that race. Pinheiro started on the pole at Dover, and Ethan Stanley won that race. Pinheiro started on the pole at the Indy GP. Stanley won that race, and Pinheiro started on the pole at the Indy 500. Hamilton Akabuizi won that race. If indeed Adriano does hold off and win the championship tonight, I'm going to say for the most part this season has been pretty successful, but he's getting to the point where I don't think season success is really what drives him anymore. It's getting that Indy 500 win. I think that's ultimately what's going to drive him to continue to be a participant here in the league. It's, I got 3 of these championships, but he still wants that Indy 500 champ.
It's something you have to. He need to take it over in his chest. I already talked with him. I said I will still running if I win the Indy 500. But my man is like maybe he's still running because he wants to win the Indy 500. But he have a lot of chance next season to do it because you know what is they have a strategy, and the strategy he has in that time is really, really good. But it's like I said in the broadcast that day, Stanley's coming to the pit now. I said somebody need to tell him to slow down. Why he's pushing? And he pushing, and yeah, that's the other guys went to the back to the front. Except Alexander's coming to also to the
scheduled stops starting right now. Stanley is going to try for an undercut. He's coming in a little early, and Seb Alexander is going to do the same thing. It's the only way he can maybe run down the leader, and he gets onto the access road pretty quick. Now you got to slow it down. Very slippery down there, very treacherous. Then you got to get it down to the speed limit at those cones. And it is the rule set for tonight. This is a fixed setup race, but it is a 45 mile per hour pit road speed limit. No fast repair, unlimited tires. This is a 1.25 mile egg-shaped oval. We're doing 360 laps, 325 miles, right around 523K. No lucky dogs, as we also see other drivers on pit road. Clendy coming off. That is Andrew Wood.
Okay, I finally found it. So because this season have a 7 pole position of Adriano this season, but he have the record season 2022A. He did 8 pole position in that day. Kansas, Long Beach, Phoenix, Indianapolis. Indy 500, Watkins Glen, Iowa, and World Wide Technology Raceway. So he did 8 in that day. So it's no. And he holds the record.
He is on pit road along with Weeks, along with Kidda, and he is the undisputed pole champion of the Elite Racing League's Warriors for Peace IndyCar Series throughout its history. He has 32 poles. In total, not including today. The next closest driver to him is Henry Bennett with 10. Caution!
Hello.
I don't know where it is. Albrecht!
Albrecht. In turn 2. I think so. By himself. No, he have a contact. I think somebody went. Ryan Schul went. Wow, he lost it by himself.
And he was just on pit road. Is that a situation where maybe he did not adjust his tools back to a setting where if you had fresher tires or something, maybe he had his tools set up to make the car rotate more, and he oversteered in the corner?
I remember in one of the first race in Kansas we did in P1. I remember after pit stop, the car is went loose when you enter to the corner. So maybe they have a same feeling with the cold tires, or he did something before to coming to the corner. So it's really the car is sometimes is something you don't understand, and that's is happened with Albrecht today.
Well, James Watson is our leader. He stayed out longest. He was 53 laps into his stint. He is coming to pit road right now. Got to be very careful coming to pit road under caution at this racetrack because you can get into trouble by passing either on the racetrack or down on the apron, passing a car under caution, and then you will get a black flag, and there's really no way to clear that. So you got to be very, very careful. But that is going to turn the lead over to Seb Alexander now. There's a number of cars in front of Seb. Victor Aldrich, Clindy, Herrick. Who else is up there? Connor Nixon and Ryan Schuld. They will all get the wave around. But Seb Alexander, who came to pit road just a little bit earlier than everyone else, he is going to pick up. Yeah, he pitted 5 laps ago. He pitted on lap 49. He will be the leader. Frankenfeld will be second. Stanley now third. Blauman fourth. Wood in fifth. Pinero is back to seventh.
Yeah, I see he coming to the pit, and he left pass. He have to let pass by all Albrecht, Alexander, Chad, many others. So I don't know what was the problem, but it's really nice to have this different page we have at the first team with now Seb Alexander on the front and Chad and Stallion third, actually.
It looks like a Leighton Norgard is out for the day. He is retired. Albrecht now currently in pit road with an extended repair. 17 cars are still running. 15 are on the lead lap. Matthew Weeks and Kidda are currently the cars shown as 1 lap down. And we might have a graphic, and we're getting ready to go green next time by, of next season's schedule. But we can tell you that next season's schedule has been posted on SimRacer Hub, and it will start July 24th, 7:45 p.m. Eastern Time, Thursday, July 24th, and we will be at the F5 Indy 300 from Homestead Miami Speedway. That's the next race. That will open the 2025 B calendar for the first of 13 races next season. And we will go green next time by, as, of course, we have that extra lap. But next season, in the 2025 B portion of the schedule, we will have a traditional Triple Crown, which will be sponsored by P1 Broadcasting. We will start off with a 500-miler in round 4 at Pocono, then the Indy 500 in round 8, and then we will wrap up a little bit closer to the end of the season, the Triple Crown in round 11 back at Michigan. And if you remember what the Michigan race was last year, you won't want to miss the Michigan race this year.
That's a long race, but there was a really excited at the end when Matthew Weeks won the race. Matthew Weeks won the race.
Yes, he did. That's his only win in the IndyCar Series. Coming to green this time by, it is Alexander, Frankenfeld, Stanley, Blauman, and Wood. And Alexander brings him down rather slowly, but we are back underway as Matthew Weeks goes to the inside of the racetrack to allow traffic on by. Ooh.
And message about Pinheiro said, I don't understand why iRacing put me back. Lol. So really, we don't understand why iRacing put you back, because it's really, really weird situation. He came into the out of the pit when the yellow came out, but he passed the pace car. So that's kind of iRacing stuff weird. So I don't. But he got to push back again, and that's the situation the champion have to do it. So he's a champion, and he can do it. And let's see what's happened, because they have a big guys in front of him, included Chad and Seth.
Speaking of Chad, it goes purple that time by 183.9, currently in second spot. And right behind him, Ethan Stanley, who needs to really just push and pray. I think it's push and pray is the strategy of the day for Ethan Stanley. He's got to do everything he can do to do the best possible job and just hope he gets a little bit of luck. Here comes Frankenfield to the inside, and he gets Seb, and we have a new leader. Although Seb's saying, not so fast, my friend. Seb to the inside as he gets the shot into 3 and 4, which is the preferred line. But a crossover at the corner, at the end of 4. We're going to be dead heat at the line. It's still Seb. We're going to be wheel to wheel going into 1. And Chad takes over the position. And a crossover again by Seb. Seb to the inside. He's back in prime position to get the position back in 3 and 4. I don't know why Stanley can't follow him through, though.
It is interesting because I can see Piñero on the back and said, yeah, keep fighting. It's okay. Let's keep going, guys.
Ooh. Let's watch from
Henry?
Seb's point of view.
Oh, Henry, have a contact.
Or Stanley's point of view.
He hit the wall. Oh, that's net code. My God. Did you see the net code on Jim Herrick?
We're going to watch it right now, Jim Herrick, as we just got to go back another 5 seconds or so here and see what happened.
In turn 2. And Nixon?
Oh, wow. Nixon to the inside. Punts him, but didn't even touch him.
Oh, okay. I can't figure out why Nixon is hit the wall, and the wall is the car is have a net code with the cars. So this is the only problem also too iRacing, because some people is in another part of the world, and we have people from here for North America. So make more difficult when you make a side by side with somebody from all the parts of the place of the world, and that's make the net code very nasty. It's really, really bad. Yeah, Nixon from Australia, so it's kind of dangerous. But at the same time, this track make that stuff. So it's really. I hope for the new track for the next season could be fix all the stuff.
Yeah, this is one of the final races everyone will get to see before we get a new car. It'll be a new car, new code, starting, I believe, on the 10th update. So next season, when we drive these cars again for 2025B, it'll be a new tire model, new aero model. Cars will handle a little bit differently. So if you've been looking to drive one of these cars, give them a shot. Now's the time. You'll get in. Best time to get into the ground floor will be when we get the new code update. Everybody will kind of be on the same level for a little bit until they figure out the handling of these things.
So yeah, also they're gonna retire Charlotte, Richmond, Sonoma, District, Gateway, Charlotte 08 and Lime Rock 08. They wanna retire that tracks also too.
So Legacy Charlotte, Legacy Lime Rock.
They have a new stand.
I hope they never retire Legacy Texas though. Don't touch Legacy Texas.
I hope not. Really, I hope not, because they're gonna retire Charlotte 2008 and some for example, retro leagues, they want to race in the bumpy, difficult Charlotte. So they're going to retire. They want to keep it the new one. So it's like a...
Here is Pinheiro trying to get around Wags. Wags here won here very recently in the Dark Horse Racing Series in their DW12 cars. He won on Sunday night here. Ooh! And I think Wags might have smacked the wall coming off a 2. Even though he seems to be gaining on Blauman.
Hit the wall, Pinheiro. Let me see if it's... No, it's not true. Why is Pinheiro going down again? So, Wagner passed Pinheiro. He was behind on Blauman. And maybe it was the momentum of Pinheiro or something like that. Oh, sorry, Wagner. But he lose one more position, Pinheiro.
It looked like Blauman was actually given a lending hand down the backstretch to Pinheiro there in the draft. Now Blauman stays out high, giving the draft to Wags. Now he splits the difference through the corner. Wags gets the position back. Starting to creep into this picture also is Craig Forsyth, and let's not rule out Dan Marrera. We are lap 75 of 260. Thanks for joining us. If you have just joined us, this is ERN's coverage of Championship Thursday of the Warriors for Peace IndyCar Series, 11th running of the F5 Challenge 500, coming to you from World Wide Technology Raceway here at Gateway, where we completed now 76 of 260 laps. Make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on the next race. The next time you will be seeing us, our next race here on the Elite Racing Network. It'll be July 24th, the opener for the 2025 B season for the Warriors for Peace IndyCar Series at Homestead Miami Speedway. Make sure you mark it down. Don't forget it. It will be a big opener. We always seem to have big fields for openers, and it should be a good time. That is the 24th of July.
Ryan Schultz parking the car and gone. He left.
Schultz has parked the car.
No incident, nothing, just he parked by himself.
Here's Frankenfeld. Frankenfield is your leader. He has passed Alexander and has held him off pretty good and has pulled out to about a 0.6 of a second lead. Look at that sun off of turn 4. It's just all in your face.
No, it's not because it's the, I'm gonna say game, because it's not a game, but it's really, really when you're very focused on the car on the front, you see that thing in your eyes, it's really, really catch you bad. And I told you because I have that experience in my eyes. It's cannot make the difference between the reality and the virtual. So they even change and make like a kind of blind on your eyes. So, but it's really, really realistic, that thing.
And I don't want to forget the good folks at Blue Egg as we watch their sponsored car right now make laps around this 1.2 mile oval. Rev up your business with Blue Egg, your marketing pit crew. Turbocharge your lead generation with experienced drivers that can navigate the competitive track to connecting with your customers. With Blue Egg, you're always in the pole position, leading your brand toward victory lane. Don't spin your wheels. Accelerate success with Blue Egg, fueling small businesses to win big. To learn more about Blue Egg, you can click on their link in the description. They are one of the premier partners of the Elite Racing League and the Elite Racing Network. I want to thank them for their continued support of all of us here at the channel and the league. kind of gotten into a bit of a single file form of racing right now, as we really just are kind of running this thing out. 84 of 260. 15 cars still running of the 19 that started. Stick around after the race. We will talk to the podium, your Rookie of the Year winner, and if he chooses to do so, your champion. Although we might, if it's Pinheiro, we might just get a message, which is good, just the same. Most everyone is more than 30 laps into this stint. 36 for Chad as their leader, 35, now 36 for Seb Alexander. Ethan Stanley, 37, Andrew Wood, 36, Brian Blauman, 34, Wagner, 35, Pinheiro, 33, Forsyth, 33, Morera, 33, Connor Nixon, 33. Your biggest gainer of the race so far is Ethan Stanley, up 14 spots. Connor Nixon, as we get out of that battle here for fifth, sixth, and seventh. Connor Nixon is up 8 spots.
This is the time when all these guys save fuel to try to finish with the best option. So that's the one I think so Pinheiro do it. I know it's hard to pass.
Well, if there are two people that are definitely doing it, it's Pinheiro, it's Forsyth.
And I know Forsyth is good for saving fuel. I put it, that's my top 3 guys to save fuel and make the strategy. And also, I asking him what kind of thing you use for saving fuel. I used this app, so give me the. I always said that I give it the credit for that for him, because I mess with the fuel strategy and stuff. But I think Pinheiro is a good thing to stay on 7. Is I can save fuel behind Wagner, don't even put myself in the limit, and just stay over there and deceive, because Pinheiro is really a big guy. He can going more than what we thinking.
And the sun is definitely low on the horizon, giving that amber glow to everything on the racetrack. Watching this battle between Blauman, Wags, Pinheiro, Forsyth, and Wags has a little bit of challenge from Pinheiro to the inside, going in the 3, down low. Again, Wags will use the draft from Blauman to pull himself all right up by Pinheiro, but a high entry in the 1, but he gets the momentum and down the backstretch, and he secures that 6th spot one more time away from Pinheiro. Remember your scenarios tonight that Pinheiro needs a finish of 7th place or better with no bonus points, and he already has 1 bonus points, or as low as 10th if he picks up at least 2 bonus points, which he actually has, because winning the pole, you get 1 point for that. We're double points, so that's double bonus. So if he finishes 10th or higher, no matter what Stanley does, Pinheiro is going to be your champion. So Pinheiro right now is in prime position, in 7th spot. He has a little bit of a buffer back to 10th. Does not want to crash out of this thing. He wants to bring this car home. For Stanley, remember, Stanley, it's pretty much all or nothing. He needs a perfect race. He needs a win plus all 8 bonus points. Well, he didn't get that. And right now, he doesn't even have the purple lap. and I don't even think he's even led a lap. So, I mean, that's the purple lap, leading the most laps, getting pole positions. Those are the bonus points here in the league. Actually, not the purple lap. It's leading the lap, leading the most laps, getting the pole position. Those are the bonus points. But Adriano must score 41 points or fewer out of this round. That means 9th or worse without a bonus. 10th or worse with only a single point. Stanley's path, like I said, is very narrow, but it's still the heartbeat is there, but the heartbeat is faint. Remember, last season we had 7 drivers come into the final round with a mathematical opportunity to win the championship. This season, only 2. That's the type of dominance these 2 drivers had over the remainder of this field all season long. And you think back, and we really think back to where we thought about this last time. We were talking about Stanley at the end of last season's race. Where could he have possibly have done better throughout the season? And I keep circling that Barber race, and I keep circling that Long Beach race. Are 2 of the races that were really in his wheelhouse. Those were his races. I mean, he is our road course master here, and he did not come through and score any good points in those races. So you got to wonder that if next season he does better on those road courses. Ooh, Chad, very close to speeding, but he got there. But you got to ask yourself, though, next season on Ethan, if he could do better on those road courses, can he make a challenge next season? I think he can.
Yeah, always is a big guy for make the names. Sorry, for win the race. Actually, I already put the Stanley, but like you said, sorry. He make a mistake in Barber with a really dominant race in Barber. He thought it's gonna be a good option to come into the pit and make a change for that alternative tires. Alexander is coming the next time by. And the incident is also put out Piñeiro with Richie Hearn in that turn, blind turn, tried to recover the car and just come into the pit, but didn't show the yellow in there, and also even with all that thing, even race control could be make something for avoid that stuff. So, but that's like you said, that's the 2 things make the Stanley kind of very back to 60-something point on the championship.
And remember all that chaos at Atlanta. He was part of that as well. I mean, there was a 3-race stretch as we watch him come to pit road this time. There was a 3-race stretch where his drop week is Barber, but then he only scored 17 points at Long Beach and only 14 points at Atlanta. And those 3 races right there, I mean, he was leading, if not right next to a Piñeiro at all 3 of those, right before all 3 of those races. And then after all 3 of those races were done, his championship was almost kind of decided at that point. As we watch him on pit road, down and away, new tires, fresh tank of fuel.
Oh, no. Oh, Nixon went to the grass. Oh, kind of dangerous to recover.
Oh, and he spins out. And here comes a caution. This is going to be a caution right here. And here it is. And everybody that just stopped is now banging their steering wheels. No! Oh, wow. Clindy almost had a moment.
Look at that. What's happened, everything. Piñeiro didn't come in, and now he's on front again.
Yeah, look at the guys that save fuel. The guys that save fuel, that went 51 laps last time, 52 for Piñeiro, and 52 laps Forsyth and Morera. They all stayed out, and they are now at the front of the queue. They will be able to come to pit road. But I think this will turn the lead. Well, we'll see. We'll see this here real quick.
Oh, it's Brian Broadman on lead now.
Yeah, Blauman's the leader. Piñeiro second. Forsyth is third. Morera's fourth. James Watson. That's a name we haven't said very many times this season. Good to see him up front. He is in 5th spot. Victor Aldrich, one of Watson's teammates, one of his kind of racers in that stable. He is now up 6th. Uh-oh, what happened?
Brian Bloomman, that make a mistake.
Black flag. He passed under caution.
Car. He passed the pace car. You cannot pass the pace car. That's what the race control told him. You cannot pass the pace car. You have to be behind. And he thought maybe he can pass the pace car in that. And
look,
yep.
Yeah, look right here. I'll show you right here on the screen. Whoop, whoop, and that is black flag. And Pinheiro, he's even with the pace car at least from this camera shot. And Pinheiro actually comes out as the leader. Blauman is going to have to serve. I think it's a drive-through penalty. I don't think it's a 40-second hold. And that's going to bring Forsyth up to 2nd. Morera now 3rd. And James Watson now 4th. And Victor Aldrich will move up to 5th once Blauman comes to pit road once we go back to green flag racing.
Okay, so...
Unless I can get cleared by race control.
He's going to have a clear for race control. And he's going to have a EOL. But
okay.
Pinheiro was really close. I think he passed by nose the pace car. I give it forgiven for him. But because Blumen is the first guy on the front, that's why Pinheiro didn't get the flag.
Got Richie Hearn checking in the chat. He's shouting out Forsyth. Jacob Wilson says he's excited to be joining this league next season. It's good to have Jacob joining us next season. Yeah, one of the things that I do like about racing in VR, one of the things I don't like about racing in VR is that the equipment sometimes is a little unreliable. And also, you get hot and sweaty when you wear that VR headset. But one of the things you could do in VR is you could turn your head and you could actually look at the pace car and you're driving down this access road, down the backstretch here, this access road. As you drive around it, you could look and you see, oh, okay, I'm behind the pace car. I'm not passing. And I find that very helpful as with VR, that you could actually turn and look and see that you haven't passed that person and you could stay behind them. So this is going to shake things up a little bit. Pinheiro's your leader. Forsyth is 2nd. Morera 3rd. Watson is in 4th. Aldrich in 5th. Clindy's now 6th. Blauman is in 7th. Seb Alexander is in 8th. As he's getting the wave around here. Andrew Wood is in 9th. Wags is in 10th. Ethan Stanley is back at 11th. Chad, who was leading at one point and has got shuffled out now because of this caution, he is back at 11th. Blauman is 12th. Connor Nixon is very slowly down the backstretch. We're getting ready to go green here, coming off of 4.
No, next time by.
Okay, we're going to go one more lap. We delay green one more lap. But Connor Nixon will be able to rejoin the field. He's down on the apron. Matthew Weeks is back on the lead lap. He is now up to 13th. So what's Nixon doing? He's going to try to come to pit road. Is he going to try to get some service done before the field comes around? I'm not sure he will.
Okay. Next time by, going green.
Making sure we are showing live right now. Yeah. Yeah, we are live. Now, Connor Nixon just went for a splash, but unfortunately, I think he's going to be passed on the front stretch. No, we're going to one more green, or one more caution flag, or one more caution lap, excuse me.
Why he?
I'm not sure why Connor stopped at the end of the pit road. He had a green flag or a green light to leave, but he goes back down to lap now.
Don't know.
All right, so we're going to queue up and try this one more time. Pinero, Forsyth, Barrera, Watson, and Victor Aldrich. Coming to green at lap 112 of 260. Not too far away from the halfway point. Green flag in the air. We are back racing, and it's Pinero, Forsyth, Barrera, your top three. Get everybody around Clindy. Oh! 4 wide coming out the corner, and I think no, it's not Forsyth. It's Wags.
And also Forsyth don't have a win.
No, and it's Stanley.
Is it Stanley? Oh my God! I thought it was Forsyth. Wow.
And look at Connor, goes right out around now. The two one-wing Angels are fighting down the backstretch. And they're going to stay. Are they going to stay out, or are they going to come to pit road? Wags, I think, is coming to pit road. And Stanley's going to try to run this one out for a little bit. And once again, bad luck for Stanley in the championship race.
They give you, I don't know if they give you a tally to Andrew Wood for the incident, but they have a cleaned it down in that replay, and so basically Clinton tried to avoid everyone. That's really confused about all the incident.
We think Clindy is down on power. He's damaged. So I think what he was trying to do was just stay out of the way. But everyone kind of queued up behind.
Andrew hit the wall. No, Andrew Wood hit the wall.
Okay.
And went down. Yeah, and then they have a contact with Watt and then with Stanley and Shad. Very opportunity, make the fast four counts.
This is a battle for Rookie of the Year right here between Andrew Wood and Clindy. Also involved there is Matthew Weeks, our Michigan 500 winner from a season ago. Whoa, Clindy.
Also, I already noticed Takeshi Kita is out of the race. He's parking and out of the race.
So that leaves now 14 cars still running. 11 on the lead lap. Matthew Weeks, that third car in line there in your picture. He is the last car on the lead lap. But right behind him, Wood coming to pit road. Is this going to be a drive-through penalty?
They don't show me nothing on my screen. I don't think he's going to retire the car.
Unless he might be damaged.
Sometimes race control send it messenger by text and tell him something, but look like change tire.
He's going to go ahead and go up on the jacks, change the tires, and top off the tank. So I'm guessing they're going to make him drive through, and he decided that he would just go ahead and stop. Now, he definitely wants a caution to happen now.
Yeah, it's one lap down.
If we finish this in this order, though, this will pretty much make Clindy the Rookie of the Year. Here are the rookie points one more time. Well, as fast as things change, they change yet again. Pinero at one point was back in sixth spot, just kind of riding out. Now he's back to being your leader by 1.7 seconds over Craig Forsyth. Seb Alexander has moved up to third. Seb has spent most of this day in the top 3. He is right behind Stanley, who came to pit road to get that wing looked at. And we're going to use this opportunity as we near the midway point to get some words in from our sponsors, specifically World Wide Technology Raceway. If you like what you see here and you want to see them race for real, the IndyCars are just about 2 weeks away from appearing on the oval at World Wide Technology Raceway. Now's your chance to buy your tickets. So we'll be right back if we go side by side with iRacing and World Wide Technology Raceway. Don't go anywhere. It's the Warriors for Peace IndyCar Series right here on the Elite Racing Network.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
They walk among us, but at 240 miles per hour, they become something more. They're thrill seekers, risk takers, and maybe just a little bit unhinged. Buckle up. This new era of speed, this racing revolution, it's just getting started.
We're back, and we're watching Alexander, Craig Forsyth, who's racing a little bit with Ethan Stanley, who is now 2 laps down. Had to make a pit stop to get a new front wing just a little while ago. We are now at the halfway point of the 500K here. You are watching the F5 Challenge 500 from World Wide Technology Raceway at Gateway. The season finale for the 2025 A schedule for the Warriors for Peace IndyCar Series. Your leader is our points leader, Adriano Pinero, looking to close out his 3rd series championship. Craig Forsyth is in second, watching a battle between a 2-lap down car, Stanley. Pinero is around traffic.
Nice for Andrew, left past Pinheiro over there.
The Oklahoma City Thunder up early against the Pacers in Game 1 of the NBA Finals in Oklahoma City, 16-10. So you haven't missed any
NBA.
Yeah, haven't missed anything there, folks. You haven't missed anything there. You haven't missed anything here. But go Pacers, even though I'm not quite sure they're going to be able to beat the Thunder. We shall see. That's why they play the game. Otherwise, they would just play on cardboard because the Thunder should win on paper.
Well, who's playing?
It's the Indiana Pacers
Thunder.
and the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Oh.
The former Seattle Supersonics franchise.
Oh. Yesterday, Edmonton won in overtime to Panthers. At least 1.2 Edmonton to win the Stanley Cup. If we were talking about something about the game.
So what's the series? Who leads what?
1-0. They started yesterday.
Okay, just one. Okay, so it's 1-0. Okay.
No,
I know it's been a while
it is
since a Canadian team has actually won the Stanley Cup.
93, Montreal won the last Stanley Cup. 93 or 92, something like that.
And I remember that there was a lot of trash talk between U.S. fans and Canadian fans during that mid-season little tournament that they had in the NHL.
Oh yeah.
And the American fans were like, "Oh well, you might have beat us, and you might have won that little tournament, but you haven't seen your cup since 20 years or whatever." I forget what it was.
Oh
but.
yeah. And then they won it in overtime. Canada won in overtime. That is the national something, whatever, with USA. It was Finland, I think, so something, and something else.
The two Indianapolis soccer teams, when they had Major League Soccer in Indianapolis, the World Hockey League, which a number of teams got absorbed into the NHL, the Indianapolis franchise didn't. That was racing themed. They were called the Indianapolis Racers. And Wayne Gretzky, as a high schooler, was on that team. He went to high school at Cardinal Ritter High School in Indianapolis, which is a Catholic high school. And when the Racers went defunct because of the World Hockey League going defunct, the next team they had was called the Indianapolis Checkers. They were around for a while, but those were the two team now. The current team is actually racing themed as well. They're called the Indy Fuel, and I believe they're still a farm team or part of the farm system for the Blackhawks. That's about the extent of my hockey knowledge for Indianapolis. Indianapolis, not a big hockey town. Although, if you used to listen to the Indianapolis Speedway Network, Bob Lamey, who called the radio call from Turn 4 and throughout the 90s, and then later was the voice of the Colts. His claim to fame in Indianapolis was he used to call the hockey games on the radio for the Indianapolis Racers. So they called him Hockey Bob. So Hockey Bob used to call Turn 4, the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, on the radio network there for the Indy 500. Up front, it is Pinero, your leader by 3.5 seconds. Craig Forsyth in second. Seb Alexander in third. Yes, I think we saw Frankenfeld just about tear down the turn 2 exit wall.
I don't know. I saw Dan hit the wall and the wheel went off and then come back.
Dan is joining us from Costa Rica. Probably not the fastest internet coming out of that country, but definitely a little desync action happening there. Barrera in fifth.
Good, actually.
Ryan Blauman, what's that?
That's pretty good internet. Actually, it's really stable, to be honest. If you see it in there, you can see actually NHRA Racing all the internet quality and things. They have 100%, so they have pretty good. Pinheiro have a really yellow thing, but it's have a good in there. I never see Pinheiro have a problem with that.
Richie says, sorry not to be racing. Had some personal things to take care of. Hey, it's always good to have you in the lineup, Richie. That's how I feel about it. You're always missed, but, man, take care of the stuff at home. That's for sure.
Talking about Richie Hearn, I remember when I racing, actually. I met in the same track Scott Sharp. So I didn't know it was him until I texted him. I said, oh, you are? Yeah, I am the guy. So one of this Spanish guy have a deal with him. I sent the message back and forward. And this Spanish guy said, is friends of Becky. So he said, yeah, you're nothing, whatever. Yeah. I said, yeah, you're not. I am nothing. Yeah, I want this, blah, 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 blah. I started to tell all the stuff you win. So I was in Discord that day, and they talked to me because I know the drivers for IRL, I think. And they told me, yo, do you know this Scott, whatever?
Scott Sharp?
Scott what? Scott, I said, oh, Scott Sharp. I said, yeah, it's multi-winner, blah, 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 blah. He racing for this, blah, 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 and now retired. Oh. So they start to make a laugh for the Spanish guy about all this. He talked about how I win and I racing, and the other guy, yeah, but I win in the real life or something. It's not the same thing, bro.
Scott Sharp, 9 IndyCar wins in his career. One time was had the most career wins in the Indy Racing League history. Sat on the pole at the 2001 Indy 500, and that's the extent of his Indy 500 race, unfortunately. Unfortunately, yeah, he got a little bit of a snap oversteer on the turn 1, lap 1, and then smacked the wall, and his day was done. If you think Scott McLaughlin felt bad at the start of his Indy 500, Scott Sharp, I think, was pretty much right there with Scott McLaughlin in terms of, like, I can't believe this just happened to me.
I think it's worse. I make the question again. I don't know what is more worse or maybe I can add this: be on the pole and then have this issue before starting Indy 500, win the Indy 500 and then take it off your race, or what is the other word? The word maybe out of fuel, like a Robbie Gordon,
or crashing like J.R. Hildebrand.
Oh yeah, that's the other one. So it's 14. Yeah. Oh, Scott Goodyear. Yeah, that's the worst actually.
I don't know which. I guess we'll ask chat. Would you rather crash on the pace lap, crash on the first lap, winning the pole, crash on the last lap, come to the white flag lap and run out of fuel, or lose by a few tenths of a second? What would you rather do? Put that in chat. We'll let people ask and answer in chat. See what they'd rather do. What would be less painful? I think the question is, what's less painful? I'm going to say the less painful is probably losing by a few tenths of a second.
Oh, that's the painful? Well,
I think that would be the least painful, I think.
Hornich? Like a Hornich on Andretti? That's it, yeah.
Well, I mean, you got to ask Marco. I mean, Marco's never, sniffed a win at the Indy 500 since then. I mean, the best I think he's done is third, which is still pretty good. I mean, I'm not going to. That's one more third place than I've ever gotten. So. Watching Chad Frankenfield, our winner at the Indy 500 last season. Oh, there's a battle back here as Victor Aldrich coming to pit road. Victor, 49 laps into his stint. This is a scheduled stop. Back up front, Panero. Lights are starting to come on here at World Wide Technology Raceway.
Oh, Chad is coming pit now. Somebody's called pit too. Oh, Seb Alexander's coming to pit too.
All right, Seb Alexander. Here comes Chad. Seb Alexander on the apron as well. Seb, 55 laps into this stint. Chad, 50 laps into this stint. They're still going to have another stop after this. Let's get back to Brian Blauman's car. There it is. That's the Interscope Racing livery of Danny Ungaius. Danny won 6 IndyCar races. His first race at his first win was at Michigan, as a matter of fact. And in 1977, his last win was also at Michigan a year later. Always known for being fast and spectacular crashes. He was racing for Team Penske in 1987 at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Had a crash, had to get ruled out for the Indy 500. And because of that, that turned the ride over to Al Unser Sr., who went on to win the Indy 500. Pinheiro, pit road. Fortunately, Danny Ungaius passed away in 2022. The Flying Hawaiian. Good guy. Good racer. I think everyone really, really liked him. Kind of an ambiguous racer, though. They didn't really like talking to the press and was always, no one was ever really sure of his age. Wagner, I don't know who the heck Wagner was racing, but man, he was close to somebody in that time by. Let's go back a little bit, watch that in turn 1. Oh, that's on Morera. Got right up underneath him there.
Man, Pinheiro, oof. Now 5.0.
Ethan Stanley says he'd rather crash on lap 1. And speaking of Ethan Stanley, he has retired. So this championship is done. Stanley is out in 14th spot. This championship is done. All we need to do is see a checkered flag for Pinheiro.
Oh, really, really nice retire, Stanley. So he went to the so he went to the main straight side by side with Seb, turned to the left, and pop. Bye. Before turn 1 on the exit of the pit road, he popped.
Not sure where. What lap was that?
I'll let you know. Give me a second.
Like 116?
132.
132.
Pass 132 passed by per lap. He went side by side with Seb, and then went to the left. Disappear.
And Alt F4. I am
really
out.
fast, actually.
I am out. Leader is Pinheiro, looking to seal up his 3rd Elite Racing League Warriors for Peace IndyCar Series Championship. We do want to thank once again the good folks at the Warriors for Peace. Warriors for Peace is an Indianapolis-based nonprofit organization working to end violence and inspire peaceful change. Founded in memory of Jack Shockley to support youth through scholarships, mentoring, and community programs. To learn more, or best yet, to support their mission, visit their webpage at warriors4peace.org or follow one of their socials today. All the links you need are in the description. We make it really easy for you. I want to thank Warriors for Peace for their continued support of this signature series of the Elite Racing League. Hope we'll see them back again next season. And again, want to thank the guys. Go ahead.
Oh, yes, Andrew Good in pits. That's what I mentioned later. I mentioned something else.
Scheduled stop for Andrew there, coming in 47 laps into this stint. But I do want to thank the guys at F5. They are the sponsors of the 11th running of the I guess we'd call it the World Wide Technology Gateway at Gateway 500. F5 is a nonprofit organization that enriches lives through face-to-face fellowship and exciting adventure challenges in a faith-driven environment. Their mission is built on the 5 F's: faith, fellowship, fitness, fortitude, and fun. F5 Challenge inspires people that lead active, connected, and purpose-filled lives. To learn more, to get involved, you want to visit their website or follow them on social media. All the links you need are in the description. I want to thank them for their continued support of sponsoring races this season. The guys at the F5 Challenge, thank them a whole lot. Here's Pinheiro getting to the backside of Andrew Wood. Andrew Wood just ducks out of the way and lets our leader on by. Seb Alexander in second.
So, plenty of stand with the car damage. Pretty unfortunate because it's not show the potential on he's driving with this car. Now it's going past for Greg Force for third. With that is maybe six. Actually, it's not maybe, but for now with the 88 to go, is secure the rookie on the ERN, so IndyCar Series. So pretty nice, but still Andrew Wood around with two laps down on Clendy. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, Clendy 1 lap down, Andrew Wood 3 laps down. Here is Frankenfield around Clendy, down on power. Clendy right around lap 4 or so had a problem, hit the wall, and has been down on power ever since then. He's hung around on the lead lap, but just been down on speed. He finished on the podium last season when we concluded the 2025 B season here, or 2024 B season here. And had a podium, I think, at Milwaukee, and was looking for something, a podium or better here, but just not in the cards today. That is going to be somewhat a driver that if he chooses to sign up for the 2025 B season, a driver we're going to look at and look to for getting their first win. Just a matter of time for a driver of his caliber. 176 of 260. One more stop for just about everybody that we see on the racetrack. And then the pit crews can pack it up. That is our final stop for the season.
So it's confirmed about iRacing Mexico City.
Well, Mexico City is on the tentative schedule for the 2025 BE Warriors Peace IndyCar Series season. It's going to be like later in the schedule. I have to look and see what round officially or unofficially we have that scheduled. Round 12 of 13. So we will.
Yeah, November 13. My God.
So hopefully we will see. We will visit to Portland for the first time for round 3 of the 2025 B schedule. That'll be August 14th at Portland. That's a race that Ethan Stanley probably has circled on the old calendar there. The road course races for next season will be Portland, Road America, Mid-Ohio, and Mexico City. So a bit of a different eclectic group of tracks that a track that Portland never been to. Road America, a track that a lot of these drivers have experience with. I would say Mid-Ohio probably, or excuse me, Road America probably is up for grabs. I could think anybody in the lineup could win that one, really, if you're a good road course racer. Mid-Ohio might be a bit of a wild card. That is not an easy place to race. That is a very tight and twisty course. That might present some problems for some racers. And then we don't know about Mexico City at all, other than the fact that it's possibly coming on the calendar. Closest battle on the racetrack is right here, by the way. We'll look at Dan Marrera, Matthew Weeks, and James Watson.
The name before Pedro and Ricardo Rodriguez. That's Officially, his name Hermanos Rodriguez, so it means the Rodriguez brother circuit.
I always like how that track went in through an old baseball stadium. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, this name in Spanish, all Spanish, in the Foro Sol, is a Foro Sol. This name is like a.
Oh!
No,
Ouch! Wood!
no.
Weeks smacks the wall, and that is
pit.
damage, and he is coming to pit road.
That's big damage on the car.
And he just gets
Oh,
arrow
that's-
wash and he follows Barrera. Oh, that's just not a good camera angle right there. We'll get you a better camera angle. I'm sure Matthew wants us to keep continually showing this clip. Bam. Yeah, that is a hard lick. That might be day done for our Michigan 500 winner.
They don't show. I don't see the meatball flag, but for sure the wheel is going for another direction, and it's impossible to race like that.
Yeah, he has come
Yeah,
to
they
pit
keep
road.
Oh, sorry.
No, he has come to pit road and retired, and that has allowed Andrew Wood to gain one more spot. So move Wood up to 12th. Wagner's now 11th. Connor Nixon 10th. Clindy's 9th. Caution on the racetrack.
He already knew it. I think it's Glendy and Bluman show me the Glendy's out. Oh, have a net code. Wow. They show me ×4 each incident, ×4 Bluman and Glendy. And it's really nasty net code again. Wow.
Okay, so we got to go back a little bit further on this one. This by the time we get back to these replays, a lot of it's done. So we'll go back a little bit further. So Clindy coming down the straight. Here comes Blauman, who's on the lead lap. And Blauman just gets a good run. And again, these angles on this camera pack, not happy with this. Let's try this again.
Oh, shit, stay out.
I think he just, yeah, he kind of got really. Yeah, here's a good angle right here. Oh, that is awful netcode. Awful.
It's disgusting, actually. It's really bad.
Yeah, that is just, oh.
We had to make the out top 3 net code the day because counted with the Gene Herrick net code. This is I think so the second.
Yeah,
It's bad.
on top of LGN's racer of the day, driver of the day, he needs to come with LGN's top 5 worst netcode incidents because we're getting up there. Yeah, you're right. Frankenfield stayed out, and he will pick up the lead. And that's probably not a bad idea because, and we'll talk about this here, Lewis, the track position is just about everything here. It's very tough to pass, even with new tires. And Chad's staying out. He's going to gamble with some track position and he's still got to come to pit road for another stop. And I think everyone else, still needs to do another stop. I don't think we could get to the end with what we have here. Let me see here. 70 laps. I don't think anyone can do 70 laps.
No, I think so. It's like a 60, 50 something.
So I think he should. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. Just stay out because his next stop is his last stop, and he's done. Whereas everyone else just stopped now. And now, if Wood stayed out, did Wood stay out? I think he did. I think Wood was wanting to get his lap back, but Wood is now trapped behind Chad. He was not getting his lap back. Wagner with a black flag showing.
Oh, yes, because I was coming to the pit when the make the wave around. So we have one more lap without pace cars. They're gonna clean it like an IndyCar, so it's gonna be okay. So Wood is coming to the pit.
Wood's decided if I can't get my lap back, I might as well just come to pit road and get a new. And he's got a banged up side pod too. He's had a bit of a rough day out there, but he's going to get a full tank of fuel and a new set of tires, and he might just want to split this up 35-35 and just do that and call it quits with one more stop.
So, if I'm Pinheiro, man, I don't want to be close to Nixon because it's really about the bubble it's a huge bubble with net cover around him. So I hope it's not have an incident, or maybe Nixon left Nixon.
So it is. We'll show you the stats here. Here's a tree. It is Chad. It is Adriano. It is Seb. It is Craig. It is Brian Blauman. Your top 5 going green this time by as the field is getting smaller. 10 cars left on the actually 8 cars left on the lead lap. 11 cars left running.
Yeah, it's a lot of points around this track. So point means the standings. So for Pinheiro, for sure, it's going to be the champion today. Even with retire the car, it's going to be the champion. But Frankenfeld could be going for the 3rd or 2nd. Who knows if he wins the race? Andrew Wood is for the. Actually, that's what I forgot to mention. Because Glendy out, could be Wood. Be the the rookie of the year.
So, yeah, we'll still have to see that real quick. Pinheiro, remember, entered this round with a 37-point lead over Fody and a 67-point lead over Ethan Stanley. Ethan in chat says he thinks he did enough to secure 2nd in points. Chad is 175 points back. Another guy that might actually climb in the points with a good finish here is Forsyth. Forsyth is 6th in the points. He might actually move up to 5th with Clindy's bad race. I think Clindy is actually still on pit road. I think he's going to try to get a repair and get that, go back out there and maybe try to turn some laps. Pinheiro purple lap. At our last pit stops, we'll take another break here to go side by side, get another word in from World Wide Technology Raceway and all of our good sponsors. Again, thank you very much, everybody that has been a sponsor through money at this series. Really, really appreciate it. You guys, sponsors, make the world go round for us. Thank you very much. We really, really appreciate it. Been one of the more successful seasons of the Elite Racing League. And this is really one of the signature championships in the IndyCar community. If you're thinking about being a part of it, don't think about it. Stop thinking. Sign up, join the Discord, learn more, be a part of next season. It's 100% length races, good clean racing, a little bit of netcode action, but that's kind of the Watson. Whoa. Good clean racing. Everyone's pretty respectful here.
And you don't see on the front, I told you about the Nixon. He made the turn pretty good and net code in the wall. So maybe Pinheiro saw that. It's like, oh my God, I don't want to get close. On the same lap, actually.
Now, Pinheiro's there. He is right on the attenuator, and he was could have taken a stab at him, but I don't think he was really close enough to pull off a easy pass, and I think that's kind of what he's looking for here. Everyone still needs to stop again. Chad, 40 laps into his stint, he stayed out. He will come to pit road for his final stop here very shortly.
He left pass. So Chad last wow, that's close. Chad did 51 last stint, so it should be coming in 10 more laps.
Yeah, give or take. And then he really needs to just hope that there's no more cautions when everyone else comes to pit road for their final stops. He might have a shot at this, really, and that would probably it's been a pretty successful season for Chad, but it's not been probably to his liking. Of course, he did get a win last season in Indianapolis. The season before, a lot of bad luck befell him, just being in the wrong place at the wrong time. A little bit of that this year as well. Here comes Pinheiro. Pinheiro is around Connor, and he is now running down Chad. Chad has the most starts in the Elite Racing League history, the 106 with his start here today. Another 200 or 300 more starts, and he'll tie Scott Dixon. They're battling here for the lead. Chad's also tied for in a four-way tie for fourth all-time with wins with Robert Malechka, Ethan Stanley, and Josh Chin. Pinheiro to the inside down the front stretch going into one. But the higher line might be the better line. And there you see it come into play. Oh, he got a big run on the high side, but he ran out of room real quick. And this is exactly what Seb Alexander wants to see, but unfortunately, the better picture for Seb Alexander doesn't involve the car of Connor Nixon in front of him.
Yeah, I don't want to see that, but I think maybe Chad waited for a little bit more to come into the pit. Still have 40, it's 47 now. So need to maybe 5 more laps to secure to come into the pit. Maybe a little bit more for sure to have 100% secure.
With 4 minutes and 12 seconds left. Oh, yep. With 4 minutes and 12 seconds left in the second quarter, the OKC Thunder lead by 10 over the Pacers.
Oh, no. That was close on Pinheiro.
I think Pinheiro just needs to be patient here. He should know that Chad is coming to pit road.
Somebody need to tell him something. Coming to the pit now, shot.
Nice job getting down to the speed limit there on the button. Not sure what we mean by the button. There is a pit road speed limiter button that these cars and drivers can hit, and that will prevent their cars from going over the pit road speed limit. The problem is you got to hit the button. It doesn't work otherwise. And he comes down. This should be his final stop of the season right here. It'll be really close, but I think he can get home with the fuel they just put on board and those new set of tires. So that is it. Final stop of the season done for our Indy 500 winner last season, Chad Frankenfield. Oh, car in the inside wall. That is Dan Morera.
Oh, no.
He got loose off a 2. Let's see what happens here. And this is pretty common here. And pretty much no matter what you drive. And there we see just off the corner, into the wall, and then to the inside wall here. And that is a direct shot to a DNF right there. And here comes Chad off of pit road. That's what Chad saw in front of him. So another retirement. For a car that was running pretty good.
That, was a good result on that. So now Wood's going to come into 10. It was 6, my God.
So this lap, Wood actually goes by Morera, move Wood up to 10th. So we now just have 10 cars running. As Wood tries to knock down the turn 2 wall. At this point, just bring the car home, buddy. Here is your leader, Pinero. Seb Alexander is now second. Connor Nixon coming to pit road for a scheduled stop.
Oh, interesting. Oh, yeah, this. Oh, that was close.
Last car in the lead lap is this car, Victor Aldrich, having a great race. Final race of the season for Victor. Looking at a top 10. There is Chad right behind him, 1 lap down. Frankenfeld 30 laps into his stint right now. In fact, everybody in the top 6 on 30 laps in. So once again, next season's schedule is Homestead, Iowa, Portland, Pocono for a 500-miler, Road America, Phoenix. I'm not sure what version of Phoenix. Hopefully it's the proper version of Phoenix. Then Mid-Ohio. Then we will have our Indy 500 again on October 16th with all the pomp of circumstance. Then a twin, we're going to have twin 275s at Texas Motor Speedway on October 30th. We're going to have a doubleheader on the same day. That will be a throwback race for liveries. We're looking forward to that. Then the 8th running of the P1 Broadcasting US 500. Don't forget the 7th running and how excited that was. So you cannot miss that. So that will be the 3rd of 3 Triple Crown 500-mile races next season. There will be a bonus if anyone could win the Triple Crown. And then we'll go to Mexico City tentatively. And then we will wrap up again here at World Wide Technology Raceway November 20th, right before Thanksgiving here in America, for round 13. So 13 rounds of the championship versus only 12 for this round. Go ahead.
So the Triple Crown is going to be by win or by standing?
Wins. That's how you do it.
Okay.
Yeah. There used to be in the USAC used to have a Triple Crown championship, and they would award a cash award, but it's only 3 races, and somebody could DNF, win one, and get a top 10 in the other, and win the Triple Crown championship. No, we only care about winners with the Triple Crown. You got to win. And we've not seen, there's not been a Triple Crown winner, I believe, in the Elite Racing League. I've got to double check that. But certainly since we've been involved, there's not been a Triple Crown winner. And we've been trying to get a Triple Crown winner over in the IndyCar Oval Series. And we've got a couple drivers that have gotten close. They got 2 jewels, but never got the 3rd jewel. So just like real IndyCar racing, the Triple Crown is pretty elusive, even in virtual racing. Only one driver in the 100-plus year history of IndyCar racing has ever won the Triple Crown. Now, it's Allenser Sr. in 1978. He won at Ontario, Pocono, and Indianapolis.
Oh my God. Okay. In season 2023, Maleska won Pocono. Maleska won the Indy 500, and Stanley won the US 500.
Yep, it's coming close. So yeah.
And then I can't find any more.
And see Pinero getting around Wood. Wood now in 10th spot. Only car on the lap with him is Connor Nixon in 9th. There's Connor about a half a lap in front of him at the moment. Actually, sorry, no. Connor 2 laps in front of Andrew Wood. My mistake. All I have to do is read the tree on the left. That's all I need to do. That's all I need to do just to get it into this race. Connor grabbing a little bit of the rumble strips on the inside there. Here's Seb. Seb has not competed in a lot of races this season, but when Seb is in the lineup, he's doing pretty good. Let's see. Seb has been in 3 races this season. If I could find his results, that'd be awesome.
Who?
Seb Alexander.
Seb Alexander, give me 1 second. I just check, and nope, it's not. They have this Indy Michigan 500, Pocono, Indianapolis, but no close to win these 3 races. Okay.
In his 3 starts this season, Seb has 2 top 10s. So normally when he does race, you can expect to see him in the top 10 like he is today. This is his 4th start of the season.
Oh no, it's more actually.
What, Seb?
Yeah.
Oh, he's got 3 starts this season in the 2025A.
Oh, this season.
Season, yeah.
I thought you were talking about the.
No.
Okay, got it. They should be coming soon. They have to come in now. They have to come in soon to the last.
Let's take a look at some other drivers out there. There's Craig Forsyth. They just announced the start of the next season that he's an admin of the league, Area 51. They race on Tuesday nights. Unfortunately, opposite us on the IndyCar Oval Series. But the Area 51 League has been around for a while, another IndyCar racing league. If you're looking to be a part of it, check them out. There is Craig in 3rd. Craig has had a very consistent season yet again, looking at another top 5 finish in points. He's had 10 starts this season. 2 top 5s, 5 top 10s. So normally if when he races half the time, you're going to expect to see him in that top 10, and that's kind of where he is tonight. He just bring the car home. That might be exactly where he finishes.
Blumen in pit now.
Lauman on pit road for his final stop. 26 to go here at World Wide Technology Raceway. His final stop of the season is done. I say a pretty successful season for him as well. He had one podium finish. Had a number of times where he was fighting for top 5s, top 10s. Looking forward to seeing him more back. He's been in the league before and had some time off and rejoined this season. Bauman 9 starts, 3 top 5s, 4 top 10s. So chances are if he's in the top 10, he's near the top 5. That's what that says. And Victor Aldrich on pit road for his final stop.
Alexander calling for pits now. Piñeiro's in pit now.
Pit road, Pinero and Alexander and Forsyth. Final stop for all of our leaders for this season. Coming to pit road right now. Pinero has the purple lap. He set that quite a while ago at 24.3. Coming down to his stall. Final stop. Just needs to hit the marks. Get that fuel, that just enough to get to the end. New set of tires. Down and away.
That is coming.
And needs to just get off pit road, get up the speed, and nurse this car home for a win, but more importantly, for a championship.
There is Chad over to Forsyth. And he's going. I have a speed for maybe make the pass of Seb.
Now Seb's going to take a defensive position inside, but I think that might actually help. I think that actually helps Chad. Yes, it does.
Yeah, yes. Wagner is coming to the pit now.
And the lead is now back in the hands of Pinero with 21 to go for the remainder of this season. I want to thank everybody who has watched us this season, whether it be for 1 minute, 5 minutes, 5 races, or all 12 of them. Thank you very much. We thank you a lot. Thank you for putting up with my useless, pointless IndyCar knowledge. That doesn't mean a thing other than I just remember a bunch of pointless knowledge. At the sacrifice of at the sacrifice of remembering important birthdays and anniversaries. Oh, back to the battle here. Forsyth and Frankenfeld battle for position. And Forsyth getting around, and I think it's the old tires of Frankenfeld that are coming back to haunt him right here. 32-lap old tires. But remember, everybody, thanks for joining us. Once again, you're just joining us, getting in here late. You're watching ERN's coverage of Championship Thursday, round 12 of 12 of the Warriors for Peace IndyCar Series, 11th running. The F5 Challenge coming to you from World Wide Technology Raceway at Gateway, where Adriano Pinero, your points leader, is staring down another championship, and he's 18 laps away. Make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on the next race. The next time you see us, as Craig Forsyth goes purple that time by 185.2. Next time you see us will be July 24th at Homestead Miami Speedway. We want to get one last word in from World Wide Technology Raceway. We'll be right back for the conclusion of this race from World Wide Technology Raceway at Gateway. We'll be right back.
They walk among us, but at 240 miles per hour, they become something more. Buckle up. This new era of speed, this racing revolution, it's just getting started.
That's it. Buy your tickets for the IndyCar race a couple weeks from now. as Craig Forsyth is running down Seb Alexander. A battle for the second step of the podium. This is not decided. It might be for the championship and for the lead, but it's not been decided here for second. Hey, in December, ERM becomes a primetime home for Happy Hour at the Brickyard, your nightly destination for all the action leading up to the prestigious PRI Hoosier 500. The last kiss of the bricks for 2025 starts right here on the Elite Racing Network. The countdown is on, so pucker up and don't miss a second of the action. Like, share, and subscribe to stay locked in, and we will see you on the bricks in December. I want to thank Blue Egg Marketing for their continued support of the Elite Racing League. You can rev up your business with Blue Egg and your marketing pit crew. Turbocharge your lead generation with experienced drivers that can navigate the competitive track to connecting with your customers. With Blue Egg, you're fueling your small business to win big. Don't spin your wheels. You can always accelerate your success right here with Blue Egg. To learn more about Blue Egg, click on their link in the description. And also, once again, one last time, we want to thank the guys at Warriors for Peace, everybody there. The Warriors for Peace are the proud sponsors of the Elite Racing League IndyCar Series, and they are working to end violence and inspire peaceful change. Founded in memory of Jack Shockley to support youth through scholarships, mentoring, and community programs. To learn more or to support their mission, visit their webpage at warriorsforpeace.org or follow one of their socials today. All the links you need, we make it really easy for you, are in the description. Check them out. We want to thank Warriors for Peace for their continued support of this signature series. 11 to go here at World Wide Technology Raceway at Gateway. Watching a battle for second spot between Seb Alexander and Craig Forsyth.
I seen Wagner make the pass on Nixon for 8, and success for him in turn 4. Let's come in. Nixon over there again.
And that's a battle for 8th.
Oh, you don't get it closer to him. Oh.
You hear the dirty air just making things difficult for Craig as he feathered it through 1 and 2.
It is time to he have time to practice the pass. Mostly it's delay your brake and then release late to going more fast in the exit. That's the maybe same with we saw on Milwaukee last week. But it depends how Seb is defending in the turn. If he's going to the middle like he's going now, that's getting more complicated of Forsyth to make the pass, or maybe at least attempt to, because you have to be close in the back straight to make the pass in this before turn 3. But it's really tough.
He's there, 6 to go. Pinero, your leader by 6 seconds. Pinero, purple lap at the end, a 185.7.
Here he goes.
Oh, here he goes, looking low.
I think he has more car to do it. Oh, good tires, actually.
Well, they're about the same in terms of age. They're 18-lap-old tires. I think maybe Pinero goes purple again, 186.2. To the inside. Forsyth, I think there's a little bit of a wiggle there. He gets back in line. 4 to go. Seb, kind of defensive down the backstretch, trying to break the draft. Big run off the corner this time down the front straight. Here he comes again. Craig to the inside in the 1 and 2. That bottom line is not going to finish it off, but it'll be side by side off the corner, falls back in under behind the attenuator down the backstretch. Meanwhile, we're going to get up front and check out Adriano Pinheiro. Now 2 to go until he secures his 3rd series championship, going back to back. You know how hard it is to win a championship, Lewis, but going back to back, that's really hard.
Oh yeah, for sure. When we see the schedule, you see even he took a lot to get the first position or the lead on the standings. So it's really good satisfaction for Adriano.
Last season, it started slow for Adriano, and he stormed on strong late to win the championship. This season, didn't start off slow, but he stormed on late anyways, and again, wins the championship with a late strong run. Your champion and winner at the World Wide Technology Raceway and champion of the 2025 Warriors for Peace IndyCar Series is Adriano Pinheiro. Seb Alexander comes home 2nd. Craig Forsyth comes home 3rd.
That? When? Oh no, Chad went. He finished the race without a fuel.
Oh.
He got passed for no. Yes, like last year, he went out of fuel again.
James Watson comes home 5th. Well, we'll show you the results for tonight. Bit of a rough race, but that's okay. Pinheiro, your winner. This would be Pinheiro's, let's see, he won at Chicagoland, won at Auto Club, won at Barber, won at Atlanta, won last week at Milwaukee, and wins here. So that to me says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wins for Adriano. Seb Alexander comes home 2nd. Best finish of the season for him. Craig Forsyth, another podium for Craig. Lauman, I think this is Lauman's 2nd best finish of the season. He comes home 4th. James Watson, top 5 at the finish there. Chad Frankenfield finishes, but runs out of fuel there at the end. Comes home 6th. Victor Aldrich with a good top 10 finish, coming home 7th. Matty Wags at 8th. Connor Nixon 9th. Andrew Wood in 10th. We do not know who won Rookie of the Year yet. Points are not updated. Dan Marrera, 11th. Clindy, 12th. Matthew Weeks, 13th. Ethan Stanley, 14th. Kidda, 15th. Ryan Scholl, Jim Herrick, Albrecht, Norgard, Rafi Fazaro. Your top 20. That's it. That was only 20 cars tonight.
Yeah, 1 hour and 58 minutes. For 500 miles is really...
500 kilometers.
Oh, kilometers? Oh. Okay.
Get a good close-up here, shall we? None of these camera packs give me a really good close-up. Here, there we go. I think that might be the best I'm going to get there. All right. Okay, so the plan is we're going to talk to the podium first. Of course, Adriano probably is going to send us a message, so we will read that last. We will talk to Craig. We will talk to Seb. Then we will talk to whoever finishes as the Rookie of the Year, which we're still not sure of yet. I'm waiting for your points to be updated.
Let's see if I can.
Yeah, let's bring in Craig, though.
Bring in Adriano.
Yeah, let's bring in Craig here, though, and talk with him. And we'll bring up Craig right now. Hey, Craig, we got you in here in the booth. Final race of the season. A good way to go out. Would have been better to go out maybe in second spot or maybe as the winner, but another podium finish for you. But a day that didn't lack excitement for you. It looked at some points during this race you were trying to bang down a wall here and there. But you kept the car underneath you, come home third place, running down Seb there at the end. Congrats. Talk about this race, though. Not very exciting, just kind of by the numbers race, mainly because there's just not a lot of drivers out there.
No, I mean, if you're not using all the track, you're not trying hard enough, right? Until you go just a little bit too far. No, I mean, Adriano was class of the field today. It was, this is his track, one of his best tracks, if not his best track. So it was watching him save more fuel than me while going faster than me was humbling. I mean, Adriano and I were the only two that did the 52 lap stint on the first one with the, our expectation that we were going to be able to cut out the splash needed at the end. The only way that was going to be relevant is if it stayed green the whole way, but you always have to plan for it. But then that caught us on the caution and put both of us to the back. So had to work our way back forward again, which was harder for me than it was for Adriano. But luckily we just worked our way back forward again and got up there through the pit cycles. And I mean, Seb passed me during the previous pit cycle, like the second last pit cycle, just with, that was the speed of having the tires up to temperature one lap earlier. And at that point, I was just desperately hoping he didn't have enough fuel when I totally knew he had enough fuel. Because it's so hard to pass here. And I gave it all I could those last couple laps just because, fresh tires, may as well use them up. But you need the guy on the outside who's defending to make a mistake, any kind of mistake that you can capitalize on. Otherwise, as long as they're defending the outside, you're not going to pass them.
Well, we're not quite sure yet where you have finished. We're waiting for points to be updated here. They are up now.
Yeah, it was unfortunate. I couldn't compete last week. I got called out just as the race was starting.
Okay, yeah, I know. Yeah. I've been having one of those weeks at work too. If you're in the IT field, okay.
Yeah.
You are. Looks like you finished fifth. Just 9 points shy of fourth behind Chad. So Chad hangs on to finish fifth. So yeah, you finished with 288 points, Chad with 297, Stanley with 393, Fody with 429, and Adriano 497. So another top five for you. It seems like that is kind of like your sweet spot.
It seems to be where I'm stuck. Yes. We need to figure that out somehow. Yeah.
Shout outs, friends, family, sponsors, anyone who want to say hi to on this pretty successful campaign altogether.
No, I got to say, I mean, everyone at 4D Racewear, and Jim was there. Dan was in our in with us this season. My brain is not working. All the guys at 4D, to heck with it. Everyone I race with, every season here with ERL. I mean, puts on the best Indy 500 in iRacing. All these guys, like I'm racing with them every season. It's a blast, and I can't wait for everyone to come back. Kyle, Dan, Andrew, Matt, Victor, James, Seb, Adriano, obviously. That's unfair. There's too many names. Ethan, I forgot about Ethan. Fody, yeah, and Chris doing the race control all season long. That is the most thankless job there is. I don't envy anyone that.
Yeah, I can certainly agree to that. Well, I hope that we will see you back again for next season. I think that again, not having Craig in the lineup, it always makes things a little bit more dismal, because we always know you're spinning something back there, and it's always fun to watch you race. It's good to have you here. Congratulations on the top 5 finish in the championship, and congratulations on winning the podium here, or getting on the bottom step of the podium here at World Wide Technology Raceway.
Oh, no, thank you very much, man. And for doing all the broadcasts, for all the various leagues, but this one, of course. And congrats to everyone who finished, got different, top 5, top 10, it doesn't matter. Everyone who stuck it out the whole season long, we appreciate everyone who drives the IndyCar.
We will see you when the campaign starts again in July.
You betcha. Stay safe, Gary.
That is Craig Forsyth. We will now bring down Seb Alexander. Here is Seb, P2 here today, Seb. And Craig made a little bit of a race of it there at the end, but a pretty consistent race for you all day today. Started up front, raced up front, stayed up front. Just never really got a sniff of Adriano, who seemed to be in his own league tonight for some reason.
Yeah, I mean, I was honestly pleased with just like occasionally at some stints, like it seems to even out, but when your best laps are like his average laps, you're not gonna get there, right?
Talk about the race though. Long race, not a lot of cautions out there, and then the overwhelming specter of netcode out there. Almost you almost liked racing alone out there, where you didn't have to worry about any of the netcodes, because some of the netcode incidents tonight were pretty egregious.
Yeah, I know how it can be around here. I was just like, first stint, I was glad that I was able to fend off Chad and pull away from him. Then the first caution was unfortunate for Adriano, and he got trapped down there. And that battle with Chad, it was taking so long, and people further back was like getting a sniff of it. So I was like, I guess I give it to him before this ends out of hand. And then it was pretty much stuck there in P2. A slight fuel save from that final caution. Great battle with Craig to the end. I knew he was always going to be there. The track was so cold, the car was just flying, so there was like no way you could just hold the line and hope that you don't have an unfortunate accident. But yeah, it was a fun one. Absolutely exhausted now.
Well, this will get you a chance to get some sleep, but before you get out of here, any shout outs, friends, family, sponsors, anyone you want to say hi to before we let you go?
Yeah, obviously my teammates at IAR as usual. Shout out to Craig for that final battle. Like, I'm never worried going wheel to wheel with him. I just know he's gonna race me hard but fair. Shout out to Chad for also for the nice battle at the start of the second stint, and for putting on a great show. I might do the whole season next season. We'll see. I'm hoping I'm available. Shout out to Clendy. He had an unfortunate race tonight, but I'm hoping he's gonna be the rookie of the season anyway. So yeah.
Well, congratulations. Best finish this season. We hope to see more of you next season. Sounds like it might be in the cards. So best of luck. Enjoy the off season, and we will see you maybe July 20 or July 24th when we start off 2025B.
Fingers crossed.
Thanks,
crossed.
See ya. All right, we'll send it. And then let's go to Clindy, who is going to be our Rookie of the Year. And he did not have a great race, so we will, there we go, we'll do this here. And bring down Clindy. Here he is. Clindy, welcome to the booth. Rookie of the Year, sir. I'm sure you've seen the points already, but you finished 280 points to Woods 237, and that makes you Rookie of the Year. Congratulations. I know you don't feel like a rookie, and I was joking during the broadcast. Calling you rookie is a lot like, when Castroneves won the Indy 500 and Montoya won the Indy 500. They were not rookies. They were rookies in name only. Very much the same way for you. But another accolade to add to the shelf of how this second half of the season, or the second quarter of the year here for you, has really added up to be pretty fruitful.
Yeah, absolutely. This is probably the least fruitful of all of them, but I made a lot of rookie mistakes. So just had to temper my ability to go fast and find a way to be consistent and also be there at the end. And I failed on many occasions this year, but you learn from failure. So should I come back for Season B, if my schedule can allow it, or 2025 B, I hope to improve in every facet of my racecraft over these 100% races.
How much of a difference, I know you do so well in some of these other leagues that kind of run shorter distances, how much does a longer distance kind of make things different for you? Is it a big change, or is it just a series of sprints leading to the next pit stop, so to speak?
Yeah, it's huge. I think you have a lot of people who treat it that way, right? You have a lot of people who are very aggressive through the whole race, and I think I've tricked myself. I've been a pendulum a bit this season. Sometimes I'd be like, oh, I'm not even going to care until the final stint, and I finish poorly. And then the next week I'm like, well, I'll be aggressive all race long, and then I finish poorly. And then I try to go up tempo and down tempo, and I finish poorly. So if I get the road courses figured out, and I get my load cells figured out, and I get my butt kicker figured out, and I get a direct drive wheel, all those things will make me be better on road. And then, I can really just capitalize on the ovals and be around when it matters, right? I can take the ovals easy, top 5 them all. I think I put too much pressure on myself, the ovals of this season, just to, maximize my points. And I did not do that because I ended up making mistakes. So.
Shout-outs, friends, family, sponsors. I know you got a lot of them. Go right ahead. You definitely earned it. Whether or not the accolade means as much, you're still Rookie of the Year of all the first-timers that signed up. You beat some big names. That is for sure.
Yeah, beating Andrew means a lot. He's a very skillful competitor. He's very, very good. I know that there are a handful of other very good rookies in the field, and hopefully, it'll be the first accolade in my timeline in this series, and I'll get my first win, and I can get my first championship and all that stuff. But I think Adriano will have to not show up quite a bit for those things to happen. So first and foremost, shout out to P1 Broadcasting. They paid my entry for this league. That's why my scheme is this beautiful, gorgeous blue, purple, and red car, and not my road racing entry. I wish I had road racing teammates who could make this time slot work for them, but no one can. So, I'm out here a lone wolf every Thursday. So I shout out to them. They make me better every week. They make me a better driver, stronger, faster, better. Shout out to everyone else in this league who races me clean every week. I really have not had an issue with any malicious or, bad actions on this track, or in this league. It's just a bunch of net code, or, people being aggressive when other people are being passive, and it's nothing that's bad, right? It's just different agendas, and I need to learn to better manage those agendas. Specifically, shout out to Seb and Craig and Adriano, all the 4D guys, really. So, Richie Hearn, I think he was in the Rookie of the Year standings. I think if he had showed up tonight and finished well, I think he would have beat me and Andrew, but hope he's doing well wherever he is. I saw him in the chat earlier. And everybody on Little Eagle, and, all the sponsors here. So, World Wide Technology Raceway, F5 Challenge, the 5F Challenge, and Warriors for Peace. All of those come together to put us on the air on P1, and we're glad they're here. And I'm glad to put on a show for them.
Well, congratulations on the Rookie of the Year, another award for the shelf. We will see you, hopefully, if you can make things work for the next season. But it was good to have you in the league this season. Congratulations. Go celebrate. You earned it.
Thank you.
And he is out. He punched out, so he's like, I know my deal. Let's now talk about our winner and our champion, Adriano Pinero. Let's put up his. This is his path for the day. Started first, finished first. Highest first, of course. Never finished or never got less than 8th. Never left the top 10. Which is interesting because if he finished less than the top 10 and Stanley would have had a really, really good day, that would have meant Stanley winning. But Pinero did exactly what he needed to do and then some to win this championship. And so there's his path today. And here is, look at that, 184 laps led. I mean, just really waxed the field here today. Real quick. Yeah, 12. Chad put some stats here that I want to read off as well. But we'll read these off after giving Adriano his flowers here. But I got some messages from him. Hello, friends. Good evening. I want to congratulate Seb and Craig for the podium today. Today's race was very tiring. We had a few yellows. The first yellow made me go to the back of the line, but I had good fuel economy, good fuel strategy. Excuse me. I should say this right. Good fuel economy strategy. Even without the draft, I was using the inside line a lot in 1 and 2. That allowed me to save a lot of fuel. I was able to regain the lead for a while. Chad had a very different strategy, but I knew he would have difficulties at the end. It was a great victory today. About the championship, I've had some irregular moments, but I had moments with good victories, especially on ovals. I have a lot of experience in the dynamics of racing, and my experience and also skill helped me overcome my main rivals on ovals. Ethan and Tyler are great guys. They continue to improve with each championship. Ethan has had an incredible development on road tracks. I've improved my equipment for this season. I felt very good on the road tracks, especially in the Indy Grand Prix in Long Beach. I think I had a similar level to Ethan. And Ethan was better at Sonoma and Barber. I need to improve my concentration a little on the road tracks. I still make mistakes that hurt me in qualifying in the race, and just as Ethan and Tyler are improving. I'm also sure that I'm improving with each championship as well. I am happy to be champion again. I want to thank the guys at Bread King and Aruka. Hopefully I'm saying this right. Aruka. How do you say his team name?
Santa Brasil.
Arruaca Aruka teams. I'm just butchering it being American.
Aruka. He said Aruka.
Aruka, okay. Yeah. And that's he shouts out Rafael Frizarro, Beto Sousa, Tiago Bandera, Andre Rigon, and Alexander Rigon, and Rodrigo Franzoni. You also want to thank the Elite Racing League for the great championship, and also thank the guys from the broadcast. He thanks me and Lewis. We're very kind, which we are. Thank you. Lewis is actually the kind one. He makes me he's the kind one. Yeah. Thank you guys, and have a great night. That is the words from Adriano Pinero, your champion this season. Let's put up some more stats here. This is, once again, his path to victory today. And there, just his name there and his team. And he wins by 68 points over Tyler Foti. So Tyler didn't have to even show up and still finish second. So I'm thinking he's happy about that, but I'm sure he wishes he was here, but that's not what the cards we had dealt to us tonight, Lewis. Had a bit of different set of cards here dealt to us. Adriano had to play the game just like everyone else did, and just played it a little bit better for this final race, and he secures his third series championship. Now he ties Alex Van de Sant, who has 3 Elite Racing League championships. Now Adriano has 3 Elite Racing League IndyCar Series championships. So one of the all-time greats here in this league. And we saw an all-time great put on an all-time great performance. Didn't start off this season as hot, but better than he did last year, but ended this season on an incredible hot streak, whether it was on the pole or in victory lane. He finished strong when he needed to finish strong, and that's how he won this championship, just by capitalizing when his chief rivals were having the most difficulties towards the end of the season.
Yeah, it was a really weird championship without talking about the last season. He started not really strong. Well, he made the pole in Kentucky, but then he went to between third, 7, 6, 5, and then second, and then third, and then coming to the lead for 1 point, and then coming back again. So he wasn't really. I don't want to say like a equal, but he make not like last year when he started really bad. With 3 races out, and then he started to climb the hill and became the champion with all of these 7 or 8 people for the championship. Now to have only one contender for the champion, and they have an incident. So it was really good for Pinheiro again make the champion. But now it's equal, like I just said. But Alex Vandersan is the third 2 champions, or 3-time champion, and Adriano is the 3-time now. But what if he can make the 4th and be the Indy 500? So this is the main for Adriano this season. So we did 3,530.66 miles this season, 25A. But 24A did 36,659.24 miles. So it was a little bit less, but it was really strong in the season. So we have a really strong. So next season is for sure it's going to be a more. Actually, we have a more race around. We have a 13, so it's 1 more added. If it's Mexico around, if it's not, it's going to be 12. So. But it's really, I'm really excited to see what is going to happen starting from 7 weeks from today in Miami, Homestead, Miami, and the F5 Challenge Indy 300. So it was a really good, but for you don't have it here actually, really. But the rules is rules. They have to get in the rules for that. And Pinheiro make the win for 7 seconds. So it was. I thought when he went back to 7, I have maybe it's gonna be a different race, and he have to push. But for sure, like always happen when you have a big distance or long distance, everything happens. So he did a good job to stay on there. Like he said, he had to have a concentration in the tracks, and that's if he have that, it could be pretty success in maybe 5 or 6 races in the next season. So let's see what happens. But the main thing for Pinheiro, for me, I think so, is the Indy 500. If he win it, I think it's gonna be like he's gonna take off that that knife he have in the hair.
He'd be like Sam Hanks and retire in victory lane. That's it. I'm out.
Yeah, something like that. Oh, maybe I'm gonna be the champion. I'm gonna also be the Indy 500 this year, and then that's it. What else will happen? But for sure, he enjoyed these kind of things, and he liked to be around and with all these people. And to be honest, it's really clean. We have a really success and clean races with 95% green flags around in this league.
Yeah, Chad put some stats in chat here on Discord. 12 full distance races. We had 28.4 starters. 5 point, and this is per race. 5.8 different leaders per race. 16 lead changes per race. 2.6 cautions per race. So when you come here for a full distance race, you better have your wrists prepared and your forearms prepared on your direct drive wheel to be doing a lot of green flag racing. 95% green flag racing. And the goal he has in front of him to win that Indy 500 and win the national championship. Up until this year when Palou won the Indy 500, it wasn't since 2010 when a reigning Indy national champion, IndyCar national champion, won the Indy 500. So it doesn't happen very often. So the numbers aren't with Adriano there, but I do feel that at some point he will eventually win that Indy 500 come hell or high water. 13 different drivers in IndyCar history have won more than 3 titles. Currently, those with 3 is Louis Meyer. Of course, you know him by drinking. He started the milk tradition in Indianapolis. Ted Horn. Look that guy up. He is one of the all-time greats. Never won an Indy 500, but all-time greats. Check that guy out. Jimmy Bryan, Rick Mears, Al Unser Sr., Bobby Rahal, Sam Hornets Jr., and Alex Plow. Those are the only drivers in IndyCar history that have just three championships. So Adriano Pinheiro puts himself kind of in that same category by getting his 3rd here. And he's one of only 2 drivers that have raced in the Elite Racing League. And the Elite Racing League has had a number of drivers, dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of drivers, and probably into the 100s that have driven in one race or another in this series, and only 2 have 3 championships. So that is type of the rarefied air he's in. So congratulations to him on winning such a prestigious title once again. Let's get on out of here. Give everyone back their Thursday nights. It is still at the end of the 3rd quarter. In OKC, the Thunder lead the Pacers 85-76. A bit of a defensive struggle going on right now. So you guys can all run to ABC and check that out. And go Pacers. Hopefully they can get a little bit closer and do one of their miracle comebacks like they did in the playoffs and make this game a little bit closer at the end. But let's get on out of here. Give everyone back their Thursday nights. So that's it for tonight. Once again, your podium for the 11th running of the F5 Challenge 500. From World Wide Technology Raceway is Adriano Pinheiro, Seb Alexander, and Craig Forsythe. Craig, another podium. Seb, his best finish of the season, and just another accolade in the long list of accolades for Adriano Pinheiro getting the win today. And once again, your podium for the championship is Pinheiro with the point lead over Foti and Stanley. That is your top 3 in the championship. And your rookie of the year is Kyle Clinworth, who finished 6th overall in the championship. Join us again next for opening day of the 2025B Warriors for Peace IndyCar season on July 24th. When we start this championship journey all over again. For the F5 Challenge Indy 300 from Homestead Miami Speedway. Coverage begins around 7:45 p.m. Eastern Time. Again, it's 7:45 p.m. Eastern. And you can find everything right here at YouTube at youtube.com. And just search the keywords Elite Racing League or Elite Racing Network. Now, as you know, the YouTube algorithm game is not easy, so please help support ERN with the weekly grind. Leave a comment below. Let us know what you thought of tonight's race. If you enjoyed tonight's coverage, support us by smashing like in the video. And if you're new, click subscribe. And while you're at it, hit the bell for weekly reminders so don't miss out on more of ERN's other iRacing programming, including, of course, their Juicy Spider Studios Elite Truck Series, which runs Sundays at 8:30 p.m., and the Mark J. Rebilas Grand National Series that runs Mondays at 7:30. Ring that bell icon. You won't want to miss all of the other events that Elite Racing League has to offer. Tonight's World Wide Technology Raceway 500-kilometer race was sponsored by the F5 Challenge. F5 Challenge is a non-profit organization that enriches lives through face-to-face fellowship and exciting adventure challenges in a faith-driven environment. Their mission is built on the 5 F's: faith, fellowship, fitness, fortitude, and fun. F5 Challenge inspires people to lead active, connected, and purpose-filled lives. To learn more, to get involved by visiting their website or follow them on social media. All the links you need are in the description. The Elite Racing League's IndyCar Series naming rights are paid for by the Warriors for Peace. Warriors for Peace is an Indianapolis-based nonprofit organization working to end violence and inspire peaceful change. Founded in the memory of Jack Shockley, they support youth through scholarships, mentoring, and community programs. To learn more or to support their mission, visit their webpage at warriors4peace.org or follow one of their socials today. And all the links you need for those are in the description. I want to thank Warriors for Peace once again for another season for their continued support of this signature series. Special thank you to the Elite Racing League's premier sponsors, Blue Egg Marketing and World Wide Technology Raceway. Don't spin your wheels. Accelerate success with Blue Egg, fueling small businesses to win big. To learn more about Blue Egg, go to blueeggmarketing.com or click on their link in the description. World Wide Technology Raceway is a premier motorsports facility located in Madison, Illinois, just minutes from downtown St. Louis and the iconic Gateway Arch. To learn more about World Wide Technology Raceway or to buy tickets for their events, check out WWTRaceway.com or click on their link in the stream description. For business inquiries to learn more about the Elite Racing League and what we do, visit EliteRacingLeague.com. Subscribe on YouTube. Like us on Facebook. You can follow us on X and Instagram. As always, the links you need are in the description. So, for Luis Gonzalez Nunez, everyone here at the Elite Racing League, the Warriors for Peace, everybody else that is involved with the production, I'm Gary Gotto saying all good night and thanks for watching. And to all of our men and women serving in the military and as first responders, Godspeed, God bless, and come home safe. Once again, congratulations to our Rookie of the Year, Kyle Glenworth, and congratulations to our new 3-time champion, Adriano Pinheiro from Brazil, for winning the 2025 AA Championship. Catch all of us again July 24th for opening day of the 2025 B Warriors for Peace IndyCar Series season at Homestead Miami Speedway, and that's the next race of the Elite Racing League's Warriors for Peace IndyCar Series. So everybody, have a good night, and we'll see you at the next one. Take care.